You know me, I never leave well enough alone. So I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do with my YouTube channel and sort of how do I want to package up and put together the kind of things I want to share and communicate with you, and how do I want to bring that together? Well, I think I came up with it, but I figured I'd take you on a walk. It's a perfect, crispy autumn kind of day, and this is about an hour and change before sunset, so we might go take a little stroll over to the woods, because take a look over here. The really best season in New England is this one, all that beautiful foliage, so we might as well take advantage of that, right? So I knew my idea for the channel wasn't going to be photography, just like it hasn't been many of the other things if you scroll back over my many years of videos. But I was trying to get a good theme for it. And I was talking to Kerry, my co-host on the Backpack Show and friend, and I said, what do you think kind of sums up what I like to talk about the most? And she said, engagement with life, like really connecting with life, staying engaged, staying interested, helping people find that kind of energy for themselves. And I said, huh, cool. And then I realized there was no way I was going to call the channel that or anything like that. So I came up with an idea for a name, and I'm going to run it by you. But I like it. I think I'm going to go with it, but I'm going to tell you it maybe while I'm out doing this walk. I'm in Maudsley State Forest in Newburyport, Massachusetts. Keep coming out here because I'm trying to get the perfect time for the foliage, and it's coming very sporadically in Massachusetts. And sometimes what happens is you get a little bit of it, and then the wind comes or a frost comes, and it goes right from like little bits of yellow to orange to straight brown and then on the ground. So I'm hoping I'm gonna catch a little more today. This part of the video is ridiculously windy. I made a terrible mistake. So, you know, just do a little voiceover with me. What I was talking about was, I think for whatever reasons in life, sometimes we get a little stuck. And for whatever reason, I have gone through my life unsticking, like getting into a corner, getting into a bind and sticking. And then going, oh, I'm ready. I can find a new way out of this. So what I am thinking about with regards to making a show like this is, how do we do that? How do we approach life? How do we get ourselves unstuck? How do we stay engaged with it? And how do we get a little more value and quality time out of everything that we're doing out there, right? So it's not a lot different, and I'm going to say that I think more than once in this recording, but it's not a lot different than what we've done on my channel one way or another. But I really wanted to put it together in kind of a package. I really wanted it to make sense, what I was talking about, to get us into kind of a groove and to really understand what we can all do to just grab hold and get out of our ruts and find a way through. And as time goes on and as age comes at us, find some new ways to approach everything. So I called my co-host Kerry and I said, hey, what do you think? And she said she liked the idea, so I'm going to tell you the idea. The new title of the channel, the new focus of the channel, even the show that Kerry and I are going to run, all the same name, same brand, Play for Time. The idea is that as we talk about engagement in life, we're talking about the things that people do to stay connected to what they're interested in. For example, Why did I get into photography? I'll tell you why, because I was acting like a hermit. I was staying in my house. I wasn't seeing the world. I wasn't, besides work, where I would travel for work, I just wasn't getting out. I wasn't doing things. And I mean, look, I'm going to show you something. Look what's in front of me right now. Look at this. It's beautiful, right? But if we don't engage with life, if we don't play for time, then we'll run out. So a lot of the same elements of why you come to the channel so far, but I'm really leaning into this. I'm going to talk to people who are working on their longevity. I'm going to talk to people about health, about finance, about travel, about really fun and interesting jobs. So like I said, you've heard and seen some of this before. We're just focusing it up. Play for time. It's not about how do we get even more out of life. It's more like, how do we get those things we said we wanted out of life? How do we stay interested? How do we stay involved? How do we stay engaged? How do we not sink into our couches and our habits and our patterns? What do you think? Are you along for the ride? You want to come with? Sometimes you gotta get a little lost to find a reason to try out new things. But I made it back. I wasn't really lost. It's not that big a piece of woods. So that's it. We're gonna relaunch it. We're gonna call it Play for Time. Different format, but a lot of the same things you know and love. Coming with.